Have you ever, or do you know anyone who's engaged in escapism? Have you ever heard me say the word escapism before? It's you're seeking to escape, you're seeking relief and distracting yourself from the realities that's going on right now in your life. And you're engaging in it through seeking entertainment or engaging in fantasy. Now, in and of themselves, engaging in entertainment and fantasy, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a matter of ratio. How much in your life are you engaged in reality, and how much in your life are you engaged in escapism, which is seeking distraction and relief from the current unpleasant reality that's going on right now. And so I would like to introduce to you, I've actually introduced this many times, but if you're new to my videos, I want to introduce you to the idea authority equals responsibility. Now, you've probably seen that sign before. You can't read it now because it's backwards on this camera, but it says right there, I wrote it by hand, authority equals responsibility. If you've ever wondered why I have those pieces of wood there, it's because my cat doesn't go in the fireplace. So authority equals responsibility is a fantastic life mantra. It's something you should input into yourself or take on for yourself as a life mantra. And it's the idea that you can't separate authority from responsibility. I'll explain that a little bit more. But I want you to think about something before I explain that. I want you to change your words or take on new words in your life so that you can escape escapism. And the word is invest. To invest is to put energy into something which gives you a return. To invest. Now I want you to think of investment not merely as investment of money, but investment of your life energy. So whatever you're doing, you're investing it in something. Everything you're doing, you're investing it in something, unless you're escaping something. Unless you're engaging in escapism. So you're investing your time in whatever it is you do in your life. You're getting better at it. Do you understand? You might have some idea why I do these videos. It's because whatever you invest your life in, whatever you invest your time in, you get better at. Now I want you to take a different view at that sentiment. I want you to look at it in this way. Anything you do, bad or good, you're getting good at. If you're someone who's good at escapism, you're getting good at that. If you're somebody who's good at relieving yourself from dealing with reality, you're getting good at that. If you're always engaging in escapism and not taking responsibility over things, you're getting good at that. And so now I want to explain authority equals responsibility. So when you invest, when you do things in your life, think of it as an investment. Think of it as everything you do, you're getting good at. So what is it you're doing in your life in which you're getting good at that thing? What is it you're investing your time in? Authority equals responsibility is the notion that you can't sever away authority and responsibility. They're one and the same. They're conjoined. What did I say? Authority and responsibility are one and the same. There is no such thing as authority without responsibility. And there's no such thing as responsibility without authority. What do I mean by that? When you take authority over something, you take responsibility for it. That is actually what having authority is. Having authority is having responsibility. You also cannot take responsibility over something which you don't have authority over. Let me ask you a question. Can you make me angry? Can you make me love you? Can you make me annoyed? Now, I'll answer that question for you. You can never make me angry. The more and more you try to make me angry, the more I laugh because it's funny that someone is investing so much time in my misery, which it doesn't work. Because the truth is, only you can make you feel a certain way because only you have authority over that. So, in other words, since you don't have authority over my emotions, my thought processes, you can certainly influence it. You can certainly do things to influence my thought process, but ultimately it's up to me how I feel. In other words, no one can make you feel any way without your permission. Do you understand? If you were, for example, an enlightened being, doesn't matter what I do, doesn't matter how much I try to annoy you, you're not going to be angered no matter what I do, because it's up to you whether or not you're angry. Now, take that into a different context. Can you make me love you? No, I can't make you love me. I can't make my sweetie love me. I can't make any of my friends love me. I can't make any of my people that I love me. Why? Because I don't have authority over their emotions and their thought process. All I can do, the best I can do, is influence them in the best way that I can. Do you understand? I can't take responsibility. And in a different term, if someone is angry, I can't take responsibility over it because I don't have authority over it. And for example, someone I love is completely depressed and suicidal, I can't take responsibility over it. I can't feel guilt over it. I can't feel shame about it because I don't have authority over their emotions. The best that I can do is to do the best I can to influence them, to get them in a better state of mind, a better state of life. But ultimately, I can't take responsibility over that. A lot of people have parents, or a lot of people have friends whom they take responsibility over, but they can't. And so they live in misery. It's the same thing as if you were to get somebody to love you over and over. Try your best to get somebody to love you. If they don't love you, they won't love you. And the more you try to get them to love you, the worse it is for them, for you, the more off-putting it is for them. Because it's a great feeling to love someone even if they don't love you back. It's a great feeling. But for someone to love you and you don't love them back, it's a horrible, horrible thing. Trust me, for many, many years, I was a professional dominatrix. And a lot of my clients loved me. And it's just an off-putting feeling. It's an off-putting feeling. It's a great feeling to love someone who doesn't love you back. But it's an off-putting feeling for someone to love you and you don't love them back. It's a burden. So, let's go back. I've only got 1 minute. You can't take responsibility over someone's authority. Parents, if you look at your parents, you can't take responsibility over what they'd like for you. You can't take responsibility over their emotions. That goes for anybody. You can't make anybody love you. You can't make anybody hate you. The best you can do is influence people. If your parents are telling you you must be this person, you must be a doctor, and you go and do that thing despite whether or not you want to or not, then you're going to live in misery. Let me take that a little bit further. Authority equals responsibility equals accountability equals autonomy. When you take accountability, you gain autonomy. When you gain authority, and then therefore you gain responsibility, and therefore you take accountability, therefore you gain autonomy. Autonomy is when you are free. You are the arbiter of your own existence. And so let me recap that. Authority equals responsibility. Escapism is all about ratio. You can indulge in entertainment and you can indulge in fantasy, but you should invest more of your time in things to get better at. So if you want to get better in your psychology and your relationships, go to www.greatrelationshipsyou.com. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.